too hot.
Okay, Roger, here's your old house. Looks like they've added on to it and got a few vehicles in the driveway. Don't stop, Steve. They're coming out with a gun. Looks a little bit bigger than it used to be. There you can see Steve. Hey, Steve, how you doing? There's Mr. Bennett's house that Bob shot a hinge pin through the door. Good old Bob. Okay, now we're going over here to visit with Sandy Temporelli and see what tortures we can put her through.
Oh yeah, Sandy, wait, baby.
I always liked the front of that house and the front of Sandy.
I soaked the back window one day.
Now this is going to be on the internet, Steve, so be careful what you say. Okay, now here we're coming up to Mrs. Curtis's house. The only house in the neighborhood that had an aquarium in the living room wall. Okay, and here we are at the Merrill Estate. Wayne Merrill, King Merrill, Sheet Merrill, and whatever else Merrill you got.
That's an empty lot right here where the paper boy used to live here somewhere.
Yeah, alright, now here we're coming to the Tom Lincoln home where Johnny Code used to live, but we don't need to go by it. John Code lived there when he died. Now we're coming up to Dean Puritan's house right on the corner here. Then we'll be going by the Nelson Estate, stately Nelson Manor. Boy, it looks like a hellhole, doesn't it? Somebody bought it for $7,500 and it looks like they spent their life savings remodeling it. Yeah, a real pigsty and a half. We were here about a year ago walking through the snow. And, well, it looks like they put up an aluminum fence. Oh, there's Mr. Hogan's house. If he was alive and he saw that, it would kill him. What a shame. All right, now we're over here to the Haskell's house, which is gone. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, look at here. They're stepping up down here. They got metal roofs.
Metal roof on the building. Wow. I bet they tore it down. Look at all these houses. Here's where Walter Gibbs used to live, and Alex Toth, and the Cash family. McFadden's house over there. We're not going to zoom in. We don't want to waste the battery. But we're going to put it on pause for a minute. There we see Mintz's house up there with the pointed roof. Okay, now we're going over here to where Nora Craddock lived. She was a nice young girl right there.
Oh, yeah. Not the twins lived.
And Ricky Craddock. There were no twins here.
There's Mr. Wise's place up there.
There's Mr. Wise's Maple Leaf Printing. I'll go up and get some business cards printed later. All right, we got to go faster. The battery's wearing out. And here's where we're coming down Bond Avenue and the Lemery Estate. Frankie Lemery and Richie Lemery. And here's over here of Bill Code's old house. If you can see it, wave everybody, say hi. And here we got where Bertha Slayback lived, whatever her name was, and Pete Allen's mother. And here we have Schnarski's old house right there. You can see it. And right there is the home of Wayman Wobo, Way's Appliance. All right, now here we got somebody's turn this way, go that way. And here we have the Benjamin house, Lewis, Nora, and whatever, Margaret Benjamin. Here we have the Helton Halsey estate. Got your own riverfront property. And here we are at the corner. Tom Williams, pretty little girl lived there. I don't know her name. And here we're going around the corner. We're going to get up. If Steve goes a little faster, we'll run out of battery. We're coming up by
Northwest Community Center.
Northwest Community Center, Judy Moore's house. I don't know which house she lived in. It was either that one or this one. And here we got, go a little faster, Steve, you're slowing down. Okay, now slow down right here. We got the Melvin Baker estate, which is falling into disrepair. If Melvin wasn't dead, looking at that would kill him. There's still somebody living there. I remember the day that somebody shot out Alan Carter's window. There's where that other little girl lived that Roger Burt had a crush on. Can't remember her name. Here's where Mike Love lived, or maybe there. Can't remember. Sure, a lot of shit I can't remember. Somebody lived there, and Dick Berry lived right on that where
Empty
the
lot.
empty lot is.
Middle siding over here.
I think when he lived there was probably a house there. Here we've got
Wise.
Howard Wise Maple Leaf Printing.
Gunderson's.
I bet there's still printing shit in there if you could get in there. And here's Gunderson's Gourmet Restaurant. Hey, it's still ticking.
Cunningham here, the bus driver.
Here's the bus driver's house. Got all the bars on there so Jerry Cunningham can't sneak out at night.
I don't know who lived
Always
there.
like that. And someone lived there, but I can't remember who.
I don't remember who
And
lived
somebody lived here and over there. Let's see, the Clay Bowman lived down that street on Wilshire, and right up here is where Auburn Variety Store used to be, and now there's a gas station. We're going to put it on pause for a minute here. Shit, I hit the wrong button. God damn it. Here we are back at Mintz's. I lost a bunch of stuff that I was taping because I hit the wrong button, but hey, what are you going to do when you're old? Up where Judy Hall used to live, right there, or maybe it was right. It was one of these houses. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Green Baptist Church.
And here's Berean Baptist Church, where we went to Sunday school with Bob Burt. Sometimes
Summer Bible School.
Vacation Bible School, it was called.
That's what it was called.
God, it's getting cold in this car. Now we're going down Greenview. We're gonna go past Pinkston Palace and Holcomb's Whorehouse, and there's where Lonnie Franklin used to live, if I'm rightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lonnie Franklin, and
White's.
somebody lived there, and
Cheryl, what's her name? Dick White's. Well, that's where Holcomb's lived.
that's where Sherry Houston lived, I think.
No, she lived there.
Sherry Houston lived there. Okay.
And that's where the Holcombs lived.
And the Guy Holcomb, somebody Holcomb lived there.
I think it's Guy Holcomb.
I think they were the mean Holcombs. They had a cherry tree we used to
I don't know
steal.
who lived there, but
cherries from.
Pinkston's lived in this second.
Somebody lived there. Pinkston
they
lived there.
They lived right
Okay,
there.
keep going, don't stop. And there's where Bill Hall lived when he and Gordy Pingle got in a big fist
They had
fight.
empty lots where Jack Lage used to live.
Yep, Jack Lage lived in that hole in the ground. There used to be a trailer there.
Right, where the boat is where
Where
Holcomb used to be.
Holcomb used to live here. It's an empty lot. There used to be a house there. Probably a lot of aluminum there. And there's where somebody lived. I can't remember his name. And over here we have the Lynn Bexel place where probably a lot of shit went on in driveways that we don't want to know about. And right down here is where me and the Weasel spun around and a woman chased us and threatened to have us arrested, and we went to jail. Or Jimmy went to
Hanky used
jail.
live.
Okay, now we're getting closer here. Here's where the Stokeses used to live. In a house with window house. Frank Lloyd Wright designed. Now we're going down here, and over here is where I think that's where Tom Meyer used to live. Probably looked a little worse then, and here you hear some guy banging nails.
Who used to live here at this house?
Somebody lived there, but we don't know.
I remember his name. I know he was.
Yeah,
He stole some money from the newspaper guy one time.
down here.
Right there.
Okay, here's where Truman Jennings used to live, up in that tree up near the top.
Yeah, right there.
And right on the corner is where Warner Zisler lived. And he lived there the night there was an earthquake. Chris Nelson and John Willis took him home and got scared.
Well, the Zizzlers lived right here.
Well, they lived on the corner there too. Well, he probably lived everywhere.
There was another Zizzler who lived right here.
All
That's
right,
where
okay,
Mary
here-
Zizzler lived.
Here we're getting, well, Warner was her dad. Now here we're getting up to where Van Dyne lived.
Which house is that? The brick one?
Right there, that little brick one. There's where the Weasel lived. Used to drink beer and drink coffee in there. His mom was real nice. Lived with Wayne Shedd. Okay, now we go up a little farther here, and we're going to come to where I think Les and Ronnie Keller lived. They lived right there for all you guys that remember that. Okay, now we got to turn the corner because we're running out of battery power. John Cowling's house, Irving's house, and then I can't think of anywhere else to go. I hope this video wasn't making your car sick because it's making me want to puke.
Harding's house.
Okay, here we're on Carbaugh going north. And this big white garage down here is where Bill and Mike Powers lived. Mike Powers worked on his car in the garage, and you could eat off the floor. You could eat off the engine because it was real clean, and other people lived down here, go a little faster. Maybe somebody probably lived there at one time. There's probably a house on that corner.
There used to be a house right here where the
Yeah.
Keller girls.
Oh, okay, down here. Now we're going to probably turn around and Cowing's driveway. Okay, now over here we're coming to where John Cowing used to live. Used to be a nice Corvair sitting in this driveway. Now it looks like there's a burned out tree stump and maybe a Corvette
Yeah, well,
sitting
John
back
and
there.
his dad are both dead.
Well, they're all dead, so
That's the good-looking daughters.
And one of the daughters is still alive. One of them married somebody.
Still alive.
Okay, all right. All right, now there's the other side view of Lynn Bexell's old house, and Art Belfaxel and Cynthia Bexell, as Mr. Mintz referred to her. Well, now here's the big car. Steve, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Big
garage.
fucking- look at the
Huge
size of that thing. My God. Bet they got more stolen cars in there. There's the back of Nelson's house. We don't need to see that. Now look at it. There's where somebody lived, and he's got a boat in his yard. And here's,
Smiths used to live there.
oh, that's where Delbert Smith lived.
Yeah, well,
Steve
Dickie
Holcomb's
Dockie's
grandma.
brother, or George, married that girl. That's
Yeah,
where I used
and
to live.
there's
Right
Steve
there.
Franklin's house. Bingo, right there. And there's the home of the infamous Terry Farah.
Yeah, next door is the Al LeConte.
And there's Al Connie, we called him.
LeConte. Kate and Al.
Kate and Al. Kate and Al, nowadays they'd have their own TV show.
I remember
Somebody,
we lived in the
you know,
corner.
we don't know who lived there, but they sure got a lot of.
They had a lot of kids.
They still got their lawn chairs out. I guess they're expecting an early summer. And someone lived there, and Laverne Suchy or the Harchie, I don't know. It's too many years. Look at that. They even got gang rating on the wall over there.
Yeah, well,
Elsie Hoods.
This empty lot's where one of the Terrells used to
Yeah,
live.
they used to live there, and
I'm not
there's
sure what happened there.
probably tore it down. Boy, oh boy, here we go. Now we're going to get up on Auburn Street, go past the Auburn Tap if we don't get shot. I'll do the shooting. There's Wayne's used tires. Okay, no, don't get us killed, Steve. We have other fish to fry. All right, now we're on Auburn Street. We're going to come by the Auburn Tap. I can still see all the drunks staggering out of there, and I was one of them.
The clothing store.
And then, no, there's where Volunteers of America was,
Yeah.
and right here is where Story's Variety Store was.
That's the old.
And here was the old Vic Careni store and gas station and restaurant where you'd come out smelling like grease.
Wait till you see Alabama.
And up here we get to Auburn Manor where we lived for about 6 months. And there's Razor Plants right there, and there's somebody else's store.
Yeah, that was what's her name, Italian.
And here you're coming by Auburn Manor where we lived, and when we moved, we just threw our mattresses out the window. And here we have Amrock over here, which,
Part of it's tore
as
down.
you can see, maybe, most of it is gone. They've torn the whole front down.
In the middle section,
Hey,
right
in
through.
the middle, you know, why not tear it down? What good's it doing to anybody? Somebody lived there, I don't remember who. Then we get down here, and boy, we got a lot of battery left here. And down here we have where the mock drugstore used to be, and the driver's license, but mainly mock drugs. That was a pretty nice place in its day. Now here we're stuck at the light. I think we're about to
Here's
get
where all
shot.
the shootings are over here.
Yeah, some of them over here too. This is not the place you want to be after dark,
You wouldn't want
even
to
in the good old
be, want
days.
to be here during the daytime.
And over here, there used to be Vic Careni's dad, whatever his name was, had a gas station. And I was in there one night, and some guys came in and got gas, and they said they didn't have any money to pay Ghosty. So he took out the gas hose and he sprayed the guy with gasoline and pulled out his lighter and said, well, I think you better fucking pay me. Pretty funny. Nowadays, he'd probably be in trouble. And here we're going across Kent Creek, and over here is Beverly Park, where a lot of the kids we went to school with lived. And that's even a crummier neighborhood than ours. I mean, ours was nice, and that one was crummy, and now they're both crummy. You wouldn't want anybody you know living over there. But I guess we all have to live somewhere. Could be there next week. All right, now we're coming up to where Tom Roberts used to live. I think. Let's see. Why is that red
he's
light?
up here a little ways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But the bowling alley be on the right down here. Ways.
Nobody cares about it. We never went there. The bowling alley wasn't there in those days. And now over here behind this clump of trees, we got where Tom Roberts lived. Oh, right up here.
The yellow house.
All right. Oh, there it is, right there.
Marvin's junkyard or whatever.
Marvin, yeah, it looks like they're still junk and stuff, and Tom might be in there hiding. Joe says he's around somewhere.
Cyril's Park.
There's Cyril's Park, and over here Steve's favorite bowling alley and
there, Westmore.
Tan Books, Wild Westmore. That is Wild Westmore. Wow, what a deal. Okay, we're shutting it down for a minute.
Wig Hill School.
All right, boys and girls, now we're coming up upon the Wig Hill School. You can see there used to be a little playground there. Now it was a church. I don't know what it is now.
White House, there's where Diane Lawson used to
Diane
live.
Lawson. All right, here's where Wig Hill School is. It looks different. And there's where Diane Lawson used to. I think she still lives there. I think Joe said she lives right down the street or something. We went to see her one day and she wouldn't come out. There's West Suburban Fire Department.
And Amundsen.
Need a fire, call us. What do you got white in your windshield that's reflecting?
Amundsen used to live there.
There's where Sue Amundsen lived. She may have moved back, you never know. And our long lost missing friend Gary Zollner lived in that house right there. He disappeared while on a boat. There's still white shit over there, Steve. I thought you moved it. I just getting a reflection from it. All right, and up here, I don't know who lived up here. Bradley, no, not Bradley. David St. John, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, right now we're up at Hall's Owens Center in Riverside. And whoever owned this land did very well because they sold it to Walmart. Now, if I owned it, that would have been sold to the city dump and I'd have been screwed, but luckily somebody made a bunch of money on it. All right, I'm kind of losing track. Right over there is on the corner. Somebody lived. Keith Stalter, maybe, or I don't know.
This is Owen Center in Riverside now.
Right now we're at Owen Center in Riverside. In case you've lost track of where you are,
turn right and go toward Love's Park.
We're heading
east on Love's Park.
On
Love's Park,
Riverside towards what used to be the #1 shopping mall in town, North Town. But ain't much there either, so we'll see you later.